go to the kitchen. Women should not, do this job. They put themselves everywhere. You should wear something more sexy, and we would cheer you up. We would be your fans. You are a bitch. This is a very nice introduction, right? But the sad thing is that these are not the newspapers from 50 years ago. This is still day-to-day reality. Like last weekend, when I was on the field, I heard that I should stay away, that I should not be on the top men's division as a women referee. I should go to the kitchen. Honestly, you don't want me there. I'm better on the field, but... So, now let's go and say hi and be a little bit more nice. I'm Alice, I'm FIFA Futsal referee, and today I'm gonna speak about how it is to be a woman in mostly men's field, as football is. And I've been here for 14 years already. And through all the obstacles, I actually made it to the World Cup. So hopefully at the end it was a little bit worthy. But let's get back how it started. When I was like this age, I really wanted to play football. It was not because of sexy lesbian symbols as Leah Williamson or Lucy Bronze and others. It was just because of my dad and his passion of football. And me as a small girl just wanted to play and kick the ball. So my mom says yes, and I joined the boys team. That was a nice part. I just play. I enjoyed. And honestly, being with the kids, with the boys, they even protect me. So they were like screaming on others, like, the girl scored you, a goal. You are the losers, not me. So that was a nice part. I enjoyed. Then it started to be a little bit crazy when I was teens. I decided I switch a position and I start to be a goalkeeper. I don't know if anyone plays football or knows goalkeepers, but those are the crazy ones. Usually, like, the instinct is to avoid the shot, but as a goalkeeper, you catch it. So, and you also put a little bit of pressure because, if they scored, everyone looks at you and you're like, hey, you are the loser. And it was not enough for me. At 16, I decided I want a side job. I want a part-time job. So the idea was that I tried to be a referee. It's a good idea, right, at 16? Yeah. That was the naiveness at these teens years. And the reality hit me really, really hard. Like the first match, even with the kids, remember my size? But they were parents, and they are screaming, like, really bad. Like the first words, what you have heard. And the kids were screaming, and the coaches were screaming. Then I start to referee the men's, and they were really screaming. Then I met some colleagues, and it was only me and another girl. And they were not screaming, but they're doing like the, Can you join us for a drink? I was a little bit on the spotlight, but not the spotlight you want to be. So these times at teens years, honestly, they were hard. I have been crying almost every weekend. I have been angry. I want to punch someone. I want to, kick everything. And I wanted to quit a lot of times. Nowadays, after 14 years, I don't really remember how I survived, to be honest. Definitely because of my loved ones. Definitely because of my parents. But I decided to continue. So the next phase, the time of the growth, began. And on this phase, definitely one of the important things was that I saw another women's to flying to Euro, to flying to World Cup. to flying to Champions League. I'm like, this looks sexy. This looks nice. This doesn't look like the bullshit I'm dealing here in South Moravia. You know, in South Moravia, they drink a lot, and on Sunday morning they have a match. And you are appointed there as a referee, as a woman. Nice thing to do. But I decided that maybe when you go to Switzerland, maybe when you go to England, maybe if you get to the international level, it should be a little bit better. So I started to work on myself. The first thing was to learn English. So I decided to go to America. I was selected to business internship when I was in college years. And I didn't just learn the English, luckily. I also learned how to sell, how to communicate, how to be on myself, how to solve the problems. And these skills from the business, when I come back, I also applied on the referee field. And the good thing, the skills I learned as a referee, like how to handle pressure, how to work like in such a slow time, and how to, deal with a crisis, later I applied in my business. So it was like a win-win situation. Also, I have to learn the discipline the hard way. As a goalkeeper, you are a little bit lazy. You jump, you are the crazy one, but you don't really run. So I have to learn how to run again, because as a referee, you fucking have to run. And in a futsal, which is the indoor one, you need to run very fast. It's like a hockey. But these guys have, ice skates. I have only my feet. So it's a little bit harder. So that was the time when I did a lot. And I also achieved a lot. After multiple years, I get to the highest men's division as a futsal referee. I was selected on the FIFA list. And also I was nominated for the first ever FIFA Futsal Women World Cup. And I feel great. I was the first woman to referee our highest top division as a Dagmar Dankova in football. But I was the one in futsal. And I achieved it. So that was the happy end. Was it the dream come true? Honestly, not. Because we are in Czech Republic. And then the last year was actually the time of the fight. And it was not the time of the fight with the players, but with our association. Instead of just being a referee, I wanted to use the high position to also improve the field. And one of the things what we suck is the recruitment of the new referees. The average on the top division is around 40 years. It's kind of old. They have like these body shapes. And they, cannot be there forever, even if they try to. But the new people are not really coming. The referee job is not really appearing. We are not seen as top athletes. We are not seen as Ronaldo. We are seen as losers, drinkers, or the one who, sell the game or add another one to win. So I wanted to change it, and I, communicate with the association and try to help them. Like, hey guys, the young people are on social media, so I think we should do social media. Nothing happened. So I started by myself, and then I started to hear from them that I'm arrogant, that I am doing my PR, that I'm doing everything for myself. I was like, okay, what's going on? I'm trying to help this field. I'm like, I even appear on the news because our PRs didn't say it's anything, appearing in the media, but another journalist invited me, and the day after they're like screaming on me, like, how dare, did I show up there? I'm like, what? I didn't say anything, bad about you. I didn't say you are a bitch or anything else. I say that, people should watch futsal. And like, you didn't say us anything, and he just cut me off. At this time, I even started to say no and speak up because the environment is very toxic. Like, imagine if you are in meeting with your boss, and every meeting starts, "You're a piece of shit, you suck, you guys are horrified, blah, blah, blah." I mean, we deal with this on the field, but we deal with this also with the colleagues. And that was enough. So coming to World Cup, they say Alice is banned. They didn't show any match that I'm going to be referee. They didn't show any support. I was like, okay, they probably want me to fail. I feel the pressure. So I put myself into the game. I work with my athlete coach, with my mental coach, with my family, and I just went to rock it. And honestly, I did it. Out of the 27 referees from the all world, I made it to the final. So I stand as one of the 15. And I even had the privilege to referee the match for the third place. And then didn't even say, thank you. But it was a dream. And my dream came true. So when it comes on that, thank you for the applause. But why I'm here and why I'm speaking about this, like, what the fuck, Alice? What are you, trying to sell us? What are you trying to tell us? I just want to share like 3 points or 3 lessons I have learned from that. First, I had to realize that I cannot control everything. Actually, after these 14 years, there's only small things what I was able to control. I cannot control what they say about me. They cannot control if they send me to the kitchen. But I can control how I react. I can control how I influence this field and this environment. And when you realize that you can control everything, you just save your energy. That was the first point. The second point, you need to have a really strong why. For me, it was the dream to become and go to the World Cup. And the stronger the why, the more you are willing to eat all the shits what comes on your way. And to be honest, after 14 years, I ate a lot of shit. A lot. Believe me. So that's the one. And the third one, you just need to be yourself and, do it for yourself. That was also the important one. And just don't give a fuck. At that point, I just learned how to, don't care what they say or what they tell me. I just go through my dreams. And if someone, every day, it could happen every match, they can send me to the kitchen, they can tell me whatever they want. But I realized it says more about them, not about me. So whatever you face on business, on work life, on personal life, just need to find your why and fight for it. That's the message from me today. Thank you.